WHAS11 night team. Well, folks, here's how our polar winter is making news at this hour. Another Arctic night is ahead. Wind chill factors in the single digits and low teens, but not stopping JCPS. They are going back to the school buildings tomorrow after 2 days of NTI instruction. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt. And that's not all. Let's talk about some accumulating snow. Meteorologist Christina San Juan is in for Colleen tonight. So, Christina, any snow overnight tonight?
No snow overnight tonight, Doug, but it is going to be getting quite cold out there as we take a look at those current temperatures. Many of us have already fallen down into the teens if you're south of Louisville. Elsewhere, we're holding on to some low 20s. Feel like temperatures across the board right now already falling down into the single digits. If you're tuning in from LaGrange, good evening to you. It feels like 9 degrees around Litchfield. So yes, another frigid night, but at least I do not expect us to reach sub-zero wind chills like the last 3 mornings, at least a little bit of an improvement. And the temperatures we're seeing outside right now are really not going to drop a whole lot more, even heading into the overnight hours, since we do have some cloud cover that's going to be pushing into our area ahead of some more winter weather expected for our Thursday and into our Friday. We have a winter weather advisory that takes effect at noon tomorrow, lasting all the way through 7 o'clock Friday evening. Not so much for the amount of snow that we're going to get, but for the impacts. I do expect some impacts on travel, especially tomorrow night's commute and Friday morning's commute, as we could even have some light freezing rain initially, as temperatures are going to be hovering right around freezing for the first time since last Saturday. Then that's all going to be turning over to snow after sunset tomorrow evening, initially going to be just south of the city before spreading out. I will talk a little bit more about that accumulation so you know what to expect here in just about 18 minutes, though, Doug.
Thank you, Christina. Now, breaking news out of Bardstown and Nelson County. City leaders right now are asking people to conserve their water. The request was put out about 7 o'clock tonight. It's all because of a weather-related equipment failure that happened earlier today in Bardstown. WHAS 11 night team's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Addie Hill are live right now in Bardstown with the story. And Connor, are there any concerns? I'm most interested in this about essential public services like the ability to fight fires in this bitter cold.
Okay, Doug, so we can tell you the latest we have from city officials. There's no particular worry of an impact currently, though they did say if the situation were to worsen, the impact could be detrimental. I want to stress again, though, we are not currently there. City officials are not overly concerned, though they are asking people to be cautious with their water use right now. Stop by the Bardstown Kroger Wednesday night. You'll see a lot of shopping carts looking like this. While we couldn't get any shoppers on camera, one told us off camera, this is the result of a concerned text from his wife. As the city faces a water shortage emergency, residents face an urgent message from city officials.
As of now, as long as we can get some water conservation measures in place by our consumers, there really shouldn't be too much of an impact.
Bardstown City Administrator Aaron Bowles says the current emergency stems from an incident from Wednesday morning, where a pipe burst due to the bitterly cold temps.
It basically flooded the basement level of the plant, which includes some of the pumps we use in the water treatment process.
While the plant is back up and running, crews are playing a game of catch-up, treating water as fast as they can, still down 2 water pumps.
We are not able to treat at a rate fast enough to refill tanks.
Bowles hopes the call to conserve water can reach all 10,000 plus customers using the city's water, stretching all the way from Bardstown to parts of Bloomfield and LaRue County.
Short showers, don't leave the water on while you're brushing your teeth, don't unnecessarily run water in your house.
As for the few water pumps currently out of commission, Bowles says a contractor will inspect them Thursday morning. Until then, an urgent message to all users to be conservative with your faucets.
If we can't catch up and start refilling our tanks fast enough, we could be in a boil water situation.
Now, alluding to that first picture you saw there of that shopping cart, from what we're hearing tonight from city officials, you may not need to take those steps, though again, they are asking you to please just ease off any non-essential water use. And Doug, as for a timeline on when this could be fixed, well, we are currently waiting for the city of Bardstown to give us another update tonight. We're live in Bardstown. Connor Steffen, the WHAS 11 night team, on your side.
Connor, thank you very much. Now we want to switch to another live update for you here on the WHAS 11 night team, a story we've been telling you about since Good Morning Kentuckiana this morning. Here's what you're watching right now. This is a live view from the Trimark camera of I64 eastbound. On the left of your screen, those are the lanes heading away from downtown Louisville, heading eastbound. And these cars are getting off on the Grinstead Drive exit. They cannot go through the Cochran Hill Tunnel because, as you see, a police officer is still there blocking the eastbound lanes. The westbound lanes on the right of your screen moving well tonight. So this all comes after that fiery, deadly crash involving semis, cars, and a garbage truck just past the Cochran Hill Tunnel this morning. The crash involved 5 vehicles total and led to a blaze right at the break of dawn. And I-64, as you see, still shut down since 5:30 this morning. The Trimark camera earlier today looking east captured the smoke and the fire coming up from the interstate right after the crash. And then this was the scene just after 6:30 tonight, as right here, as traffic was still being forced to exit onto Grinstead as crews worked on the interstate. Plus, we also have Sky 11 drone from this afternoon showing the devastation after the crash. And take a look. You can see the scorched front ends of the semi-trucks and crews slowly dismantling the now frozen wreck. Before dawn, Louisville Fire Department deployed what they call the Red Dragon, literally fighting fire with fire as they struggled against the single-digit cold to keep the water flowing.
We don't have hydrants on the interstate. When you've got multiple vehicles that are on fire, water supply becomes an issue, but our crews were able to get up there and get some unconventional ways of getting water to put out those fires.
The Louisville Fire Chief Brian O'Neill there. Now it's still unknown how this crash happened. The 5-vehicle pileup killed one of the 2 semi-truck drivers. Video also shows one of the semis right here involved is from FedEx. They tell us in a statement that they are cooperating fully with the investigating authorities at this time. Tonight, for the first time, we're seeing the dramatic moments of the helicopter rescue of 4 Asbury University students. Kentucky State Police were recording as their rescue chopper approaches the rock high in the air in the Red River Gorge. This stunning video shows the Kentucky State Police helicopter seconds away from landing on Courthouse Rock up high in the Red River Gorge. It's 2 o'clock Monday afternoon. 4 students from Asbury University camping on the rock overnight became trapped as the frigid, snowy weather moved in. As the helicopter approaches, you see the snow billowing up from the rotor blades. Several rescue crews on hiking trails down below are watching the approach. Take a close look now as the chopper lands. Here they are. You can see the 4 students huddled together right in this group of trees. The rescue workers quickly approach them out of the helicopter.
Stay low.
The rescuers telling them to stay low as they walk. But as they emerge from the trees, you can see they are dressed pretty well for the winter. They are able to smile, even though the Powell County rescue team called it one of the most dangerous rescues ever attempted in the Red River Gorge. And with that, Asbury is located in Wilmore, Kentucky. That's just 20 minutes south of Lexington. The students are safe and in good condition. Meantime, the Powell County Rescue Squad, which focuses its attention on the gorge with rescues, is funded solely by donations, so they don't send bills out to anybody. They have been getting national attention since that dramatic rescue. New tonight on the night team, the Center for Neighborhoods in Louisville is down to barely nothing tonight. The 50-year-old nonprofit organization suddenly laid off most of its staff. WHAS11 night team's Taylor Woods is here. She's been talking to neighborhood leaders who are stunned at a time when Louisville needs places like this more than ever. Taylor?
Well, Doug, the Center for Neighborhoods isn't going anywhere. The organization is just putting a pause on staff and programming due to budget challenges. And neighborhood leaders I talked to say now is the time for the community to get the center back on track.
The Center for Neighborhoods, a Louisville nonprofit known for its cleanup efforts in collaboration with neighborhood associations for over 50 years, is now nearly empty. Its Neighborhood Institute program is on hold after they made a tough decision to lay off most of all of the staff due to financial hardships.
Last week we had 5 full-time staff members. Right now we have one full-time staff member.
The nonprofit organization's total budget is roughly $350,000, which includes maintaining staff and their office space. Louisville Metro has provided $50,000 and another $89,000 for one of its programs, along with funding from the Osley Brown Foundation.
It's just not enough to get us through the rest of the fiscal year.
Michael Forbush, executive director at the center, and board members are coming up with a plan to maintain operations long term. This news is hard for Russell neighborhood community organizer Jackie Floyd.
How many organizations do we have that's actually out there in the community helping people develop their power?
Floyd used to work for the organization as a community liaison 5 years ago.
I think that the elected officials on Metro Council, they really need to fund this great organization.
Ronald Grove, chair of Park Hill and Algonquin Neighborhood Association, feels now is the time for the community to work together and help the center.
We need somebody to be champions in this community.
And the Center for Neighborhoods is hoping to do programming and regular services in the fall. In studio, Taylor Woods, WHAS 1119 on your side.
Taylor, thank you. Well, one neighborhood that has been making a comeback with business investment is around Iroquois Park at Colonial Gardens. Tonight, they are filling once empty restaurant spaces. The ribbon cutting tonight there as Costa del Sol opened in the space where Taco Luchador had been. Owner Omar Santamaria says he hopes this will be the first of many restaurants that he opens.
It was, with my sister and I planning, it was a good idea to open a restaurant here. We wasn't, suffering with, no good restaurants around this area over here. My plan is to, open more locations.
We wish them the best of luck, and a new ramen house is also moving into Colonial Gardens soon. It will take over the location where Biscuit Belly moved out.